In this video, I'm going to be explaining exactly how I won Skool games and made 31.5k in 30 days with a micro creator. Yes, a creator with less than total 10k followers. And won Skool games. I had to say that twice. So you're going to sit down, you're going to listen to me implement this whole funnel and exactly what I did, and see if you can also take away anything valuable from this video, implement it yourself to hopefully win the Skool games too. As you can see here, the proof, all the payments coming out, me with Hormozi and Sam Ovens on the day of the event, and finally me with my creator with Alex Hormozi. So let's get right into it. There's 3 simple things that you need to follow to do this exact same process. 1, traffic, 2, nurturing, 3, sales. Keep it super simple because simple scales. We're going to get into that later in the video. To start off, Dion started off with less than total 10k followers when we started working together. He had below 6k on Twitter and 1.7k on YouTube. This was Dion's Twitter. As you can see, this was taken towards the end of the month. He's sitting at roughly 6,600 total followers, not a lot of followers in total. The value that he was providing on Twitter, I'm just going to run through that really quickly. He was doing weekly trading outlooks because he was a trading creator. He had a 100-day challenge to help grow his following, and he was pretty consistent with his Twitter. Now, mind you, he's not blowing up. These posts are getting roughly 500, as you can see, across the board, which isn't bad. But now let's get into YouTube. So with Dion and his YouTube, he had a total of 1.7k subscribers, and we're going to run through what that looked like. As you can see, he was live streaming daily, April 16th to August 2nd. That's 107 days in total, where he went from not becoming a creator to becoming a creator. All he did was stay consistent and build a lot of trust with his audience. If you look down over here, you can see that he's literally going live every single day and doing the weekly outlook at the start of the week, which is crazy. On top of that, he had a 45 video 2024 free mentorship on ICT trading. That is a lot more than most creators these days that have communities have, but he's a great creator for doing that. So with all this traffic that he built up, what were we able to do with it? Because he had this traffic coming in and it was less than 10k followers, we had to be pretty specific with how we were nurturing this. So to nurture this, we decided to use conversion mechanisms. So what is it? Strategies that help convert a viewer or customer to take the next step. And how we used it through a free Skool, we used it through a waitlist, and we used it through an email campaign. And now let's get straight into the free Skool. So the free Skool community that Dion had running was DT Market Masters. At the time when we started working together, it was at 5k. Now it's sitting at roughly 5,700, but the screenshot shows 5,400. And we used 4 main things to help with the free Skool to effectively nurture people to turn them into sales. The first thing Dion did was those daily free calls. Look at this calendar. It's completely filled out. I've worked with creators in the past that have done 1 call a week, 2 calls a week, but Dion in his free community was doing roughly 5 calls a week, which is a crazy amount of calls. What this did is they were able to get a lot of screen time to see Dion, to see that he was good at what he was doing, and it built up a lot of trust and value into what Dion had to say, which also helped convert people. The second thing he did was his free course was better than most people's paid. It had a beginner bootcamp to take you from 0 to understanding trading, all done in the 10 videos. After that, he had that 2024 mentorship, which was 40 videos to understand ICT trading concepts. Finally, Dion paid 7k roughly for 100k funding in 90 days document, which he was giving away for free inside this community. This was the biggest goal for a lot of traders, to have capital to trade. And Dion had done this before by getting 1.2 million funding in less than 90 days. So that was amazing to have. And finally, 3 years of Dion's learning bundled up into a 550-page document to break down everything ICT related. As you can see, this community has a lot of value. Now let's jump on to the month before the launch. So as you can see, the month before the launch through the 7th, we were doing daily posts to the community to get them engaged, to get them knowing that there is something that we're going to be selling, to get them aware on a problem that they have, and to finally get them ready to buy when we were ready to sell. As you can see, some of the copy here was heavily emotional, just to get people to realize that they have a problem, they need the solution, we have the solution, we're ready to give it to them when we launch. And finally, we were giving out free value bit by bit at the end of each of these because people like to receive. And finally, for the overall waitlist, we went through this PDF format to help us break down exactly what people's pains, desires, features that they wanted in the community, the price they were willing to pay, the duration of the community which they wanted to buy, and also at the very end, we gave them once again a free document, which was that ICT Bible. Now that we have all this in place, let's go to the second step of the nurturing. So the second step of the nurturing was the overall convert kit. In total, we were able to collect just under 4K emails, and within the 90 days of us sending out those emails, we had roughly a 27% open rate, just under 4% click-through rate, and we sent out a total of 3 to 4 emails. And I'm going to break down why ConvertKit's super important, because this is where we're able to get a lot of people from viewers to readily knowing that they had these problems into buying. So as you can see with the emails, the first one was a testimonial from the free group, which is amazing to hear. Had a crazy open rate to a total of 200 subscribers. We had a couple unsubscribers, as you can see in the second email. Then the second email was 2 days before the launch, where we were asking, where were you? On one of Dion's last free live calls, we were saying and talking about the community to show what I had to offer, and just to get people more interested, more excited, more ready to join once we launched. Finally, day after the launch, we said that, hey, you can unlock DT Inner Circle here today. This had the best open rate, best click-through rate, and the most amount of clicks so far. Finally, the day after, we once again posted big secret revealed, spoke about the community a bit more, and finally just built some scarcity, some urgency by saying that the Inner Circle was closing soon. Now that we had all these leads that we took from YouTube, took from Twitter, put them in the free group, nurtured them through 102 days of live calls, through giving away free value, and then finally getting them on the email list, we were able to finally let them watch the VSL. So for our VSL, once they got to the About page on the Skool for the Inner Circle, we had roughly a 16% engagement rate. That could have been better. We had an 80% play rate, 262 people totally played it, and we had 31 sales. Overall, our VSL converted at around just under 12%, 11.83%, which I was pretty happy with, and Dion was pretty happy with too. At that point, it was up to sales. So with the sales, I'm not going to say we had setters and closers in. I handled the sales all myself. It wasn't a complex process. It was just whoever responded to the emails, I jumped on a call with them, and we did these onboarding calls to figure out if these were people that wanted to buy and get them into the community, but only if they actually would value being in the community. We had a lot of Skool DMs through the free community. I answered all of those once again, trying to get them on a call, tried to explain to them the situation, kind of get them to shift their mindset and reality into knowing and understanding that the Inner Circle is some place that they want to be for the trading goals that they had in place. That was pretty much our sales process, just emails, Skool DMs, and onboarding calls, and it worked really, really well, especially with a high VSL conversion rate. And now, after actually doing those 31.5K in 30 days, let's actually talk about the 3 biggest takeaways that you can take away and implement so you can get similar results. The first one, simplicity is key. Focus on one traffic source, focus on efficient nurturing, focus on a simple sales funnel. One traffic source allows you to master and get really good at. For Dion, that was Twitter. For efficient nurturing, you've got to have a good process in place. Lead with value. And then finally, for the simple sales funnel, we were just doing everything into a call, and that worked the best. Second takeaway, the product is key. With Dion, he had a transformation himself with what he was teaching. So a lot of the marketing helped because with 90% of the marketing focused on the product that genuinely worked, people actually wanted to buy. Because they came in wanting to buy, it made the sales 10 times easier. People became both problem and offer aware once we took them through our funnel. And it was just a no-brainer for people to join the community. And finally, my biggest takeaway is don't limit yourself. Even though Dion had a small following, a lot of it is mindset. Dion worked really hard, and we knew from the very start that we would win Skool games. Mindset is important, and it does dictate how much success you can see. We were jumping on daily calls just to sit down, talk, and just figure out exactly how we could tackle each day to lead into that month of us launching, and then also the month of August when we were winning the Skool games. Finally, you have to put in the hours to excel. Dion put in all these hours before he started this free community with his trading, which took him 4 years. I put in the time and energy over a year and a half in growth operating, and then an additional year just in online business. You have to put in the hours to excel, and you can do the exact same thing too, whether you're an operator or a creator. And finally, constant learning. This whole game is a constant learning game. If you're not interested in learning, and if you want to get rich quick scheme, this online business model just isn't for you. Each day I'm learning, my friends around me are learning, and me and Dion are learning on how to improve. And we've already implemented a lot of the things to better increase our sales, better increase our conversions, and better increase the total amount of people that view our stuff. So that's my 3 biggest takeaways. This was our funnel. Just wanted to pretty much just give it all to you so you can kind of see. Being Hormozi and ovens was a great experience. If you want me to make a video about that in the future, just drop it down below in the comments. But if you are a creator looking to monetize and you just want to sit down and have a talk, feel free to hit me up on IG. My IG is right over there, and it will also be linked down in the descriptions. Other than that, peace out. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.